there's some prayers which I'll talk about a little bit later, which can also help, some specific prayers. Then there is fasting and fasting. So if a person gets into the habit of fasting, I usually try and tell people, if you can get to the point where you can fast every Wednesdays and all Wednesdays and Fridays, that will pretty much conquer any ability of theirs to influence you, because they stay away from people who tend to fast regularly. By fast, I normally tell people, follow the church's fasting rules. Don't go to excess. If you're going to do much more than that, you should sit down with a priest who can make sure that you know what you're doing, because I have seen people who fast too excessively, and then in the end, what happens is they end up affecting their health or something of that sort. Something in which you want to get into, because fasting is actually a virtue. It has different opposites. Its opposite is gluttony or starving or some of the different kinds of eating disorders. So the virtue lies in the mean, in which a person eats moderately, but also from time to time will fast just to help the moderation. Our Lord said, of course, the apostles went out and the disciples went out and they were trying to drive out the demons, and they were successful except for with a few of them. And they asked our Lord, why couldn't we drive them out? And he said, this kind of demon can only be cast out by prayer and fast. So that there are certain demons that just require a certain amount of prayer and fasting to be done before you're going to get rid of them. In the process of this fasting, you'll be developing virtue, and developing virtue in all areas is very useful for keeping the demons at bay, especially in relationship to the ordinary things they do, such as temptation, but also in relationship to things like obsession. The reason being is because through virtue, our emotional life becomes more subordinated to reason, so that it's harder for the demons to make use of our emotions in relationship to us. So that once a person reaches a certain level of virtue, they rarely will act upon the emotion direct or the appetite directly to cause the emotion. Now, we talked about in the